Hey guys, Verlos here. I want to bring up something Andrew was talking about with party unification, and then also I want to talk about what Zigcopasetic was talking about with Mandoo or Mandoo, uh, you know, in her whole role playing total party kill explosion party craziness LOLness. Just both some really fun topics. And also the two topics are very interchangeable and go together. First I want to talk about party cohesion and unification. It's like my past 4th edition game I just restructured because when I started it I had a bunch of players that wanted to go in different directions. I had a dreaded gnome player for you, Ander, and let me tell you, it was hard as hell to take that bitch ass gnome serious. I wanted to smack the guy playing him upside the head every single time he had his gnome do something or make some stupid slander or steal gold from the party's belt pouch. Oh my god, one time he was throwing dates at one of my NPCs, and I had the NPCs one of my NPCs have a guard take a halberd to smack him over the head and pin him down, and he got pretty pissed off about that. And of course, that started a little confrontation between him and I, which is another thing that comes to problem players. Just like, don't start a hassle at the table. And what do all these hassles and stuff come from? An ununified party. Because we had gnome rogue, human shaman, shifter ranger. The shaman and the ranger went together, but then we have a tiefling warlock, and a ladrin wizard, and it's like, come on, what the hell is an Eladrin wizard gonna be doing with a smelly ass dwarf barbarian, a dreadlock, twig and hair, hippie, tree hugging human shaman, and some dirty ass, smelly lycanthrope shifter ranger, and then this stupid gnome. And to make matters worse, is that I have a sandbox game going, and we've all had the sandbox versus linear discussion, but let me tell you, without a unified party, a sandbox game will ultimately fail and is doomed to fail every single goddamn time. You cannot have a sandbox game in an ununified party. There'll be no cohesion, no trajectory. The party are going to pull each other apart like two ends of the world, two different poles. They're all going to want to be doing their own thing, and you can't have an adventure. And me is like, when I created my world, I downloaded a shitload of maps, created a bunch of maps I've had since freaking high school. So I had all this stuff going on in the world, and it was almost, I had too much going on in the world because all the players wanted to do separate shit, because I had the true sandbox going on. And you really, if you want to have a party that's ununified, you have to smack them upside the head with a very linear campaign that forces them to go together. If you do have a very unified party, like, here's two concepts that I'm working out for my new campaign. One is going to be this is going to be my 4th edition game. So what 4th edition does, which is really cool, is they'll have primal characters. And in the primal characters, you'll have your fighter type, which is the warden. He's a defender fighter type. Then you have your damage dealer, which is the barbarian, of course. You have your controller, your wizard type, which is the druid. And you have your leader cleric type, which is the shaman. So you have all your roles in there just for primal. And now if you want to do a divine campaign, Well, you have your invoker, who acts as a wizard or a controller. You have your paladin, who acts as the fighter, defender character. Cleric, of course, the obvious leader, healer. And then you have the avenger for your damage dealer, your striker. So since you have every single category or class niche inside all these different class groupings, you can have a lot of fun. So campaign running now is I have this it's called the Atheonic order, which is just this polytheistic order that takes all the gods and it kind of worships all the gods, kind of like when you had the Olympic pantheon for the Greek and Roman gods, Greco-Roman gods there. And so this order has this thing called the arbiters, and all the arbiters really are just almost like inquisitors. And if there's some type of heresy going on, or if there's some type of like demonic thing going on or whatnot, the Atheonic order just sends out the arbiters to investigate and take care of it. So I'll have the party they'll be all divine characters. You can only choose from a divine class, and only races that the order would take in. So then I'm really limiting what the players can be as race and class. But now if you have race and class limited, that's going to make the players have to start, brainstorming to actually create better backstory, to create actual uniqueness inside the character itself with intrinsic character values, not values that are based on class or race, but what makes the character itself interesting. I don't care if you're a half-orc, if you're a human, if you're a gnome, or whatever the hell you want to be. If you're just a dumb fighter with a longsword and a shield that bashes shit for treasure and has the highest AC and the highest hit points, it doesn't matter what class or race you are. You're still the same ass guy. But now if you're the fighter that was orphaned or born in some temple, was doing all the chores and the manual labors, I think Andrew was talking about this, doing all the yard work, breaking all the stones, all the rocks, doing all the shit for the priests, getting burly, then started becoming trained as a warrior or whatnot, became of age, accepted the faith, and was a homegrown paladin from day one. It's like, that's a lot cooler than just some random guy coming out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, I'm a human paladin. Here's my shield, here's my sword. Time to smite some evil." It's just right there. By setting a cool unified campaign, you've already started in on a backstory right there. And the other idea for my campaign would be a primal character enclave, where you would have druids, shamans, like I was saying before, barbarians, and wardens, and there will be some type of evil going on in the wilderness, and the sect of the primal pantheon, chooses this group of primal characters to start creating balance into the wilderness again, where it was going out of balance. And so the same thing, you just take temple or divine influences and you replace them with primal influences ones. Like you would have your druid grove or your primal shrines, whatever have you, instead of all the deity shrines and temples and such. And so I guess that's pretty much how an ununified party can definitely lead into disaster, where a unified one can lead into a great campaign. But I tell you, if I ever had a player wanting to be some bitch-ass gummy bear in my campaign, oh my god, I don't even want to know what I'd do. It would definitely be interesting. Alright. Later, guys. Bye.